Lots of people ask me, Neil, what is it like when you meet British royalty? What's it truly like? So today I thought I would share with you what it's like when you meet the very lovely Princess Royal, Princess Anne. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the heart of London. Thank you for your company today. Hope you're all keeping fit and dandy and well. And yes, this is really responding to quite a few requests that I receive in the comments below that I do see and I do read. And you often ask, well, you know, what's it like when you meet royalty? You know, what's the protocols, all that sort of stuff. Well, I've been lucky enough to meet and work with royalty on many occasions. And on this particular occasion, I wanted to share this story with you because I was asked to co-produce, along with my producing partner Anne Montini, a rather special event at the Savoy Hotel in the heart of London. Oh yes. And the guest of honour would be none other than the Princess Royal. Now, basically, when you're asked to produce an event like this, you know, you are doing the AV, that's the audio visual. So you're in charge of everything from speeches, videos, sound, lights, you know, that sort of thing, producing it. The rest of the event is really organised by the hotel and their people, you know, the people that are putting the event on. We won't name this particular event because, of course, they may remember. But it was a big sort of, how shall we say, sports event, rugby, right? And as I say, the Princess Royal was the guest of honour. But basically, as she arrived at the back door of the Savoy Hotel, there was nobody there to meet her. And seemingly the guy that was in charge of this event couldn't be found or didn't want to do it, one or the other. So of course I was instantly instructed to go down and meet the Princess Royal, having met her before. As ever, she was fun, gracious, charming, and basically said, oh Neil, you know, you're producing this now. Yes, you know, come this way, etc. Now, basically the whole afternoon was, you know, the usual sort of fodder, speeches, awards, that sort of stuff, lunch. And I've got a bit of an inside secret there because according to a very good source, Princess Anne definitely did bring her own lunch. She was on a, well, not say diet, but let's just say that she's careful what she eats. She doesn't like a lot of sauces on things and stuff like that. So I think she was having salmon. I think I had sandwiches in the back room, but that's showbiz. Now it's interesting because as the awards were taking place, we were asked to escort her on and off, past the awards, you know, the usual thing on stage next to the Princess Royal. As I say, she's lovely, fun and very engaging with people, a lot cheekier than people actually know her for. She makes people at ease. She has got that rare commodity where, you know, when you meet her, you feel as if you've known her a long time. But here is where the bit that really truly made me laugh, because the host of the event was really nervous and possibly not the best host for that particular job. And I'm being kind here, right? But he decided to do some comedy, which some might claim was slightly blue. Now, moving forward, what happened then was the awards had finished. And so, yeah, everybody walked off and there was applause, etc. And this host had forgotten to turn to the Princess Royal and ask her for her speech, you know, welcome her and say, now, a few words from our guest of honour, the Princess Royal. You get the picture. So, obviously, she thinks this is not going to happen and naturally and gracefully walks off the stage, right? So, a few minutes later, I managed to grab this particular host and say, look, you know, you didn't ask about the speech. And I said, but never mind, you know, nothing you can do now. He said, oh, don't worry. No, I'll go and ask her. I said, no. The protocol is, you know, she's left the stage. She can't be brought back. It's not the right thing to do. It's not protocol. Now, we had a camera going from table to table, you know, just taking shots of guests, chatting, that sort of thing. In the business, it's called B-roll. So, you know, you have something to cut to if people are speaking. But this host, a little bit chivied on, I might think, by a few drinks, decided to go to the royal table. And there's all of the guests there, you know, and of course the ladies in waiting, you know what I mean, all of that sort of stuff. So we quickly zip along to try and defuse the situation. And this truly did make me giggle because the guy goes up and he says, oh, no real sort of introduction like, excuse me, ma'am, or anything like that. Oh, he said, by the way, I forgot to get you to do your speech. But, you know, do you want me to pop back up and introduce you again? And perhaps you could do it now. Now, Princess Anne never uttered a word, let me tell you. She just looked straight ahead, and the lady in waiting very calmly and very articulately turned to the host and said, "I think not." And there was a deathly silence, and he sort of just looked and went, "Oh." So I'm looking at him as if to say, "Get away quickly before they send you to the tower." And then within 15 minutes, she graciously had left the room. Now, I'm not saying that was a diva moment at all. What I'm saying is this is what goes on when you're running a huge royal production. Now, we escorted her out to the car. We had very good time laughing and joking about that particular situation. But for the host, I've got to tell you, he had no idea what he'd done. So if you have the opportunity to host any royal event or indeed meet someone royal, truly think it through before it can turn rather unsavoury very quickly, as it did for this particular gentleman. I have to say the afternoon was a great success. The charity raised a lot of money and there was some wonderful entertainment. But it was all made possible truly by the arrival and of course the inclusion of the wonderful Princess Royal, Princess Anne. I'm sure she won't mind me sharing this story because we've giggled over it quite a few occasions now. But as ever, it's lovely to share it with you. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.